Hello guys, sorry I have a messy face, but today I made my own JoJo's Bizarre Adventure stand. Basically, I only drew the Requiem version of it. Still, my face literally looks like it's covered in like pretty Cheetos. But whatever. This is it. This is Dragon's Blood Requiem. It would have maintained, the normal version would have maintained the same shape, excluding this and the part on the neck, excluding that, all the arrows and all these dots. The color palette would have also been quite a bit different. Instead of having a gray, dark blue, and light blue palette, it would have had a sky blue for the body, an acidic yellow for the horns, for the spikes, wing membranes, and claws, and a red for the eyes. This is the Requiem version. Its abilities are quite similar to Star Platinum's ability. It can do the Aura punching barrage at about 70 kilometers, at about Star Platinum speed. However, the Requiem version does something a little different. The Requiem, like a lot of Requiems, it can use the power of a number, or it can swap stuff. Just like with Chariot Requiem swapping people's souls as it walks by and putting people to sleep. And will experience Requiem's ability to use the power of Zero. And even though Tuskak 4 isn't a Requiem, it's as close to a Requiem as a Part 7 as a alternate universe stand can get. So Tuskak 4's ability is to use the power of infinity. And his blood ability is using the power of 1,000. Basically multiplying its power accordingly to the condition that it needs to be. To the condition where power is needed. However, it only goes up to the power that it actually needs to defend the user or attack. However, there is one God tier OP move. It can also spread the power of 1,000 to others, especially opponents, but he doesn't do that for their sake. In fact, he actually divides it. So it can turn down the durability and strength divide the durability and strength by 1,000, and then the opponent would practically die from a single bee sting, even if they're not allergic. So practically, Dragon's Blood Requiem is God tier OP. But I'm not making my stand God tier OP for no reason and just to look cool. No, I'm making it God tier OP because I made my own non-canon JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 10, Dragon's Blood. Basically, Dio has came back So, he comes back a 4th time in the series, but now he's an ultimate life form, just like Cars was. Like the Pillarman Cars. That's the reason why it was godly OP. Basically, Dio's stand then would have been called Universal the World, or the World Universal Ascent. Basically, Dragon's Blood, its power where it has an astonishing ability, where basically, when the user, which is literally just about, literally almost already dead, whoever attacked the user will be barraged forever until the opposer is dead, regardless of range. Regardless. Practically nothing can stop this stand once the user is almost dead. That's how Ultimate Lifeform Dio died. And also when the user is in, when the stand is doing the infinite barrage, the user doesn't feel any hunger, sleepiness, thirstiness, any thirst. They doesn't feel like they have to take a drink. It doesn't feel like they have to take a nap. It doesn't feel like they have to eat. It doesn't feel they have to move or throw up. Nothing. The user feels absolutely nothing during this. And it will maintain that way until the barrage is done. However, it doesn't take up time. In fact, it's almost instant. Only to the opponent does it seem everlasting and forever. It's just like GER's ability to send people into an infinite death loop. Basically, it resets back to 0, and then once the person dies again, and then it resets back to 0, and so on and so forth. But this one, you only die once, but because of infinite blows. The color palette, if you play A Bizarre Day on Roblox, you're probably going to recognize the color palette extremely well of Universal Gold Experience Rec Room if you play A Bizarre Day. The original design for the normal Dragon's Blood looked kind of meh. It looked kind of off, should I say. It looked off, and it didn't really look like it would have actually been a stand. It looked more like those like kids. Alright, if you ever felt this before, you're not alone. Basically, when you're making art and you think you're the best artist in the world, but then you just go in with ink, or your art sucks. I had this stage in 3rd grade. Basically, that was my prime time where I've been drawing dinosaurs, and I was extremely geeky in that time. Basically, I would draw these extremely long and thin thighs on the dinosaurs and think ripped. Well, basically, if it even stepped on a twig, it would break its leg. But now I'm over that. Now I don't need it. Now I'm not in that stage. Stuff. Now for the stats of Dragon's Blood Requiem. None for power, none for speed, none for durability, none for precision, none for range, and the only one that isn't none is the developmental potential, and that is infinite. All Requiem stands that Hirohiko Araki created, all Requiem stands like that, except Chariot Requiem, had none for everything. Had none for each of the stats, which I don't really think makes sense, but it also wouldn't make sense to make them all like SS stuff, because we already have some stands like that. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, like D4C. But this is not actually a canon stand. If it was a canon stand, if they did make it canon, it would probably be gone within 2 weeks, because it would probably been too broken OP because of its abilities. Originally, for the normal Dragon's Blood, I put in one of its things as indestructible. Stands are not indestructible. Unless you're talking about, Heart Attack, Killer Queen, Deadly Queen. Should I say Deadly Queen's secondary bomb. It's like that, where it's indestructible. It would have been like that, but I decided to scrap the indestructible part because that would have just been way too broken OP. And then it would practically have beaten the world over heaven all Requiem fans. Unless GER used the infinite death loop. But whatever. I was planning on making an over heaven version of this, but I decided, nope. Nope. Too OP. That was the video. That was just to show you that my art style, that was my own kind of stand. It's also a close range power type. Basically Star Platinum. As I said earlier, it's kind of like Star Platinum. I meant a lot like Star Platinum. In its non-Requiem form, it's a close range power type. But when it's Requiem, it's a medium range power type stand. It's a medium range power type stand. The reason why Dragon's Blood Requiem is medium range is because basically its presence, which are these, you see these little blue dots? Those actually illuminate in the dark. They're like little light bulbs, which are actually kind of its presence. So in the dark, they spread out really far. They spread out a medium distance, which is about like 20 meters. About a 20-meter distance, which means that it's a medium range power type. However, the stand itself cannot move more than 5 meters away from the user. Cannot move more than 15 meters away from the user, or it's just going to be stuck there. Yeah. But that was just the video. Sorry if it was a little bit kind of strange. But I hope you enjoyed. And if you do have like your own JoJo's Bizarre Adventure stand idea in your head, make a video about it, and then tag it with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 10. I'd love to see what you got in your head for your stand. Please don't make it like indestructible. Please don't. Don't make the same mistake that I did. And anyways, bye.